Hey guys, been a week since I made my last video, and I just didn't have it in me. But I got some stories to tell you, and so here's one. So my dad died 3 days ago, and here's the story behind it. I had a cool experience, and anyway, so my dad, he was an electrician at Darlington Nuclear Power Plant in Ontario by Toronto, and that's what he did for a living. So anyway, when I was like 17, 18, he split, moved to Oshawa with another woman, and that it didn't really it helped me out because we were starting to, you know, lock horns, and I was getting in a bad way. There was some verbal abuse, both sides and stuff like that. I, we got in a fight once. I broke his rib. But, because he smacked me upside the head, my head bounced off the wall, so I turned around and punched him in the ribs. And it was over nothing. He just venting, I guess. So it was going nowhere good. The only thing that really pissed me off about my dad leaving was he left my mom hanging. That and now I'm taking care of her, and she's 68, and I gotta take care of her. I can't even take care of myself. I don't know how to live in this goddamn world. I can live on the world. I can live out in the woods in a cabin just fine, but doing all the bullshit that needs to be done to take care of your mom, fuck, I don't have a clue. I can't even do it. Take care of myself. Not really. For me to go do something for the go, like get your mom in an old age home or a nursing home or stuff like that. I have no clue. I gotta ask 15 grandmas in this building of what to do. So that's where I'm at. That's the only thing that really pissed me off was him leaving. He pissed my sister off. She really took it hard. And so anyway, he moved to Florida with his girlfriend, and he sits by a pool. He sat by a pool for 30 years, got drunk, and smoked cigarettes. And that's basically from what I know. I never talked to him. I'm cool with death. It's like we never had a really hard connection. More like a buddy connection, like that. More like your brother. But as for like connection, never really had a huge connection. Anyway, the only reason I'm telling you this is because I had a cool experience. So he's dying. I got the call. He's dying. What they did was he ended up breaking both his legs somehow. I don't know how. So he had a walker he was walking on. He got cancer, and he's in the hospital. And they said you got 3 months to live. And then it changed. You got 2 months to live. Then you got a week. So he was in so much pain, and he just, from what I understand, he just wanted to fucking check out. So the option they had was in Florida, they give you a needle and it makes you fall asleep. Then they give you another needle and you're gone. So that's there. I know they're doing, they can do it in Ontario here in Canada. If that's the option. And I guess you need lawyers and all this bullshit to state things. Yeah, I want to check out. No one's going to get sued. That type of shit. I've been asking around. My feeling on that is if you're in a bad way and you ain't getting any better, take it. Other than that, no. That's how I feel about it right now, unless I think of something else. Fuck, I have no idea. But anyway, I was cool with it. So the day he was supposed to die, I found out it was like Wednesday at sometime during Wednesday, last Wednesday. And in the spirit world, I'm with the Regent Priest place, and I got my own room in there, believe it or not. So I'm not, my soul is not in Santa Lucian. My soul is with the Regents. And so I go there. I lay down here in the body and I fall asleep. But I'm with the Regents. And what I saw was really cool. I woke up one day, a couple days before my dad died. I woke up and there was a huge screen TV, and they were playing a movie, a documentary, and all my kids are screaming and yelling at me. Well, look at the movie! Look at the movie! I woke up in the afternoon. I woke up from sleep, but I'm still seeing spirit world, and I'm with the Regents, and I'm seeing a large screen TV, and they're playing a documentary. I'm like, wow, that's a nice TV, and I can see my bass guitar. Not that one, but a different one. I have bass guitars in the spirit world. I play a lot better than a piece of crap I got now. I mean, it's a good guitar, but it's not really. Anyway, I'm watching this, and they're telling me, I gotta make another video about this. But anyway, it's about Daniel Boone, a documentary on Daniel Boone. I'm like, wow, I can see it. I got before that, a couple days before, 3 days before that, last weekend, 9 seeds. Okay, and that helps me see better. So it helps me with everything. Didn't last, so they took them both. They took them out, and I got 2 in a can, 2 seeds. So I'm back down to 2 from 64. Anyway, so my dad dies on the Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday, Tuesday or Wednesday, and or he's supposed to. He's supposed to. That's what his wife told my brother, and my brother told me. And so I'm sleeping. I don't even know if he's dying. They said somewhere around this time, yesterday, today. I don't know. I'm laying there sleeping. I go to sleep, and I'm in the Regent Priest's room. My soul is. And I wake. What the hell happened exactly? Oh, I was having a weird dream. All of a sudden, I woke up, and I'm just laying there. And I had my seeds. Yeah, I had my seeds. There were 9 of them. And so I could see pretty good. The TV wasn't on. But I'm just laying there thinking things. All of a sudden, the priest comes out of nowhere and wham, right on my back. And it's like he put this energy blanket thing on me to suppress me. As soon as he saw me waking up, this priest comes out of the nowhere, and just boom, and he puts his suppression energy on me, which I can't see now. I can't do anything. And then he comes right up to my head and he goes, "Okay, don't talk. Just lay there, mellow, and don't talk." He goes, "Your dad's coming to see you. No talking." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Okay." I just thought it. Okay. But he heard it. Anyway, so he's there and he's got me covered, and he slowly releases me and he goes, "Don't talk." I'm like, "Hey," and that freaked me out because I was thinking about something totally else, something totally different from my dad dying. And he comes out of nowhere and does that. I was like, wow, that's cool. Because it's we affirmations, you know. Anyway, because you're not expecting it, so when it happens, it's like wow. Anyway, my dad comes and he's with Christ and a couple other guys, and he's with his mom and dad, grandma and grandpa from this world. They died years ago, and they went on. He's with them, and he's got a. What I seen was crazy. He's got his walker. You know, it's a four-legged thing with two wheels and two solid. He's got it, and he's walking. And he has this nursing hospital clothes on, like the thing they put on you with your balls hanging out the back and your ass. That thing, you know. I don't know why they make you do that, but I really wanted to knock a doctor's teeth out when they did it to me. But anyway, that's what they did. He's there and he's walking and he's got underwear on. Usually I got no underwear when I'm in the hospital. Your balls are hanging on the back and your fucking ass and everybody in the hall. And then they walk you through the waiting room like that's what happened to me, yeah. So I get the general public just checking out my ass. And that's why I'm not in the nudity and all that shit. I just can't stand it. Okay, anyway, so he's walking. He's a level up. He's like a level up, or he's up there a little bit, and I can see him. And he's about this big, from my perception of looking up. And he's with grandma and grandpa and some other people. And Christ was there, and looked like a couple other Jesus Christ, and they just looked a robe. One guy had a brown robe on, and I remember my dad was Catholic, but my dad, all his life, never believed in anything. When you're dead, that's it. Nothing else. Consciousness ends when you're dead. So I know he's being totally screwed up. And I told him, like, we had many good fights and arguments about death and religion and all that. So his family was Catholic. And he came from Holland during the Nazis took over Holland. He was a baby. Grandma and grandpa lived in Amsterdam. My grandpa had a barber shop. And one day the Nazis come knocking to the door. I knocked on the door and they opened it up. And they go, "Let me see your papers," and all this bullshit, you know, like they do. And so they did it. And you weren't supposed to look at him in the eye. That's what grandma said. And wherever she went during the day, you never looked him in the eye. And your stress level was peaking. Because they were just walking around checking papers and shit. And I knew it might be the last time. So when the croak fucking Nazi goes, "Hey, let me see your papers," and you didn't, you had to. I mean, they felt, fuck you, you're dead. That was the way it was. So anyway, after that experience, she got on the first boat. So this is like when the Nazis first took over Holland. She got on the first boat the fuck out of there and came to Canada when my dad was born. Or my dad was already born, but from what I understand, she had dad in her arms when the Nazis showed up. Anyway, I don't know why I put that there, but so my dad's up above me and he's looking down at me, and I'm laying in bed trying not to talk, and I can hear my kids, Julie, Angela, and they're talking to him, and blah 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 about all the stuff I've done in my life, which is mostly spiritual. Then they went on to say, well, from what I understand about me, that he's being taken care of because he breached into the spirit world. His soul breached. So they're taking care of him, the priests and stuff like that, about me. And then it went on to, can you see me? Can you see me? And I took my arm and I waved it, my physical arm. I waved it at him with my soul arm. I waved it, and I'm not looking at him because I wasn't supposed to look, but I am looking because I can see him. And I wave my arm, and I go, "Hey, Pop, what's up?" And he goes, "Holy shit!" And I go, "Told you. I fucking told you." Then they went on to say, Daniel Boone told him I was Daniel Boone, and all this, all some other things, and ETs came out. But that was all. They didn't talk about it because they're Catholics and they're even worse than the crazy I'm dealing with. And pretty much that was it. They sat up there and my kids were talking to him. Tina was talking to him. Even they told him I had created a whole bunch of vehicles. I created this train set, which was within the Regent Priest's building. They showed him that. Then they said they're going to take him later on to what I created in the illusion with another Christ, where you shoot zombies and all that. Pretty awesome. And they're telling them all about the shit I did. Then they went on to see my sister and my brother. He went on to see my sister and my brother. And that was basically it. The priest told me he'll be back in about a week. He's got to get processed and reorientated and all this shit that's going on in his life when you die. And then when he's all oriented, he'll come back and check you out and get the story. And so that's what happened when my dad died. But the thing that caught me was he was his soul body that he had in this reality, the condition he had, 2 legs broken, the walker, and the hospital suit on, is what I was seeing there. So he didn't totally transition from body to here. He was halfway. So his inner light, his source, is the higher self, was still in there. He didn't even die yet. He died the next fucking day. He died the next day. But they took his soul body and they astral traveled him around. Do you get it? Which I blew me away because I never experienced that before. So basically, they took him out of his body, his soul body, traced him around to Mom, my sister and my brother and me and other people in that astral travel, because he's basically laying in the hospital on drugs, keeping the pain off him, and he's just a vegetable laying in the hospital. The next day or that night, that's when they permanently took him, put him to sleep or whatever they do. I don't know the word for it, but anyway, that's when he totally transitioned and he went. He said he's got to do his thing, and then he's going to come around and see us later on. And I said, make sure he goes to fucking see what I've done, see what I've made, because I just want him to know. Because me and him were always fighting about spirits and dead and Christ and religion and all this stuff. What happens when you die, and the ETs and aliens. But to say ETs and aliens is a big no-no in the spirit world. Unless you're in the light, then you can talk about it all day and get on the ship and fly away with them. But down between Earth and 13, nope. Ain't worth talking about. So there you go. So where he is, I have no idea. If he came to see us yet, it hasn't been a week. It's been 2 days, 3 days. So last Wednesday, Thursday, and today's Sunday, Monday. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that in because it's an experience I had. And it was totally normal. I'm looking at the Regent priest. There's my dad in his walker with grandma and grandpa and other people. The next day he died, and I had a dream, but it wasn't a dream. It was just a different state of consciousness. That I was standing there in front of my dad and my cousins on my dad's side of the family, which I haven't seen in 30 years. Well, they were cool. We always had fun when we got together, and they're all standing there. You see what I'm saying? They're still alive on this planet in the bodies, but they're all standing there with my dad and Christ. Jesus was there, my cousins were there, and other people I don't have no clue who they were. All I remember is my cousins. There's 3 cousins. They were there, but they were all above 13. So my dad went to the light. They all came together when he arrived. When you die and you see the porthole through the blackness, and you go through the tube and you see the light, go to it, man. When you get to the light, which is inside yourself, and you leave your body, you go into the light, and that's where all we are, light people in heaven, angels above 13, all that beautiful, nice stuff. And they were all there, but they're still on the earth alive. So it's a whole different, you're already alive there, but it's here in your heart. The seeds, the inner light. You're living in 2 places already. You're living up in the light if you're there, and you're living in your body with a soul body. And that blew me away. It's like you're living in 3 worlds, man, but you don't even know it. That's what I learned this weekend. Now, talk to your inner light, your innocence, and your inner light. Always talk to your innocence, because without innocence, you don't want to go there. I can make a 3-hour video on the hell I've seen, went through. You need your innocence. Talk to your inner light, because your inner light is already there. You gotta get that. So is that mom that made me win the lottery? But I blew it. Is that mom that came down, saved my life from that fucking Archon thing? Watched my videos somewhere 3 years ago. But anyway, I'm just saying, that's what I experienced. Who do you talk to inside yourself? Talk to your subconscious, learn it. Talk to your inner light. Talk to your own soul and use it in your head. Use it with your intelligence. And if your intelligence, you got to get rid of the garbage in your head first. Everything you believe, everything you take as fact, even flat earth. Good luck with that. Anyway, everything you believe that the earth is, it's messed up. It ain't. It's totally different. Anyway, I just thought I'd put this out there for this video. Don't want to make a long one. Hockey game's on. I gotta go. My food's cooking. So talk to you later, guys. I got some more videos I gotta work out and tell you about what's going on. All right, later, guys.